What is the dream that stirs your soul? The vision that sparks your imagination, the one that lingers in the quiet moments of your heart. What is it? Is it creating a venture that reshapes the world around you, crafting a legacy that inspires generations, or perhaps it's a more intimate aspiration? Like cultivating a life of balance and joy, that dream is not a passing thought. It's the heartbeat of your purpose, the map to your truest self. Yet the relentless currents of daily life, endless tasks, societal pressures, and the haze of doubt can obscure that vision, making it feel like a distant shore. But your dream is not lost. It's alive, pulsing within you, waiting for you to claim it and bring it to life. Take a moment to close your eyes and immerse yourself in that dream. Picture it with vivid clarity. Are you in a space where your ideas spark change? Are you exploring new horizons, embracing the richness of the world? Or are you simply waking each day with a heart full of peace, aligned with your deepest values? What surrounds you? What emotions flood your being? That surge of excitement, that warmth of fulfillment. That's your guiding star, illuminating the path through every storm. Hold that feeling close. It's the fuel that will propel you forward, no matter how turbulent the seas. Dreams carry immense power, but they don't unfold without action. They demand courage, persistence, and a willingness to move. Even when the way is unclear, every great voyage begins with a single, often shaky step. Whether it's a project launched from a humble spark or a personal transformation ignited by a moment of resolve, the act of starting sets the journey in motion. Right now, open your notebook and write down your dream. Be bold, be specific. Don't settle for vague desires like wanting to make a difference. Declare something tangible, a commitment to start a venture that uplifts others by a set year, or a goal to master a skill that shares your voice with the world. Naming your dream gives it form, turning it from a hope into a mission. Sustaining that dream requires more than passion. It calls for deliberate care. The world will test your focus with distractions, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. One way to stay anchored is to create a daily ritual that reconnects you to your purpose. Each morning, dedicate a few minutes to visualizing your dream in rich detail. Imagine the sights, sounds, and emotions of living it. Let that energy infuse your day, reminding you why every effort matters. This practice sharpens your clarity and strengthens your resolve. Try it for a week, and in the comments below, share how it feels to begin each day with intention. Let's build a community where every dreamer's vision fuels another's courage. Another way to keep your dream alive is to create a physical touchstone. Choose an object, a small token, a piece of jewelry, or a handwritten note that symbolizes your aspiration. Keep it close, perhaps in a pocket or on a desk. Each time you see or touch it, let it ground you in your purpose, pulling you back to your path. When life's chaos threatens to derail you, this tangible connection can be a powerful anchor. Experiment with this over the next few days, and in the comments, share what object you chose and how it helps you stay focused. Let's inspire each other to hold fast to our dreams. Your environment also plays a role in nurturing your dream. The spaces you inhabit, physical, mental, emotional, shape your focus. Reflect on your surroundings. Do they inspire or distract? Small adjustments like decluttering a workspace or Curating a collection of images that evoke your vision can create a sanctuary for your dream. Try this. Identify one element of your environment that hinders your focus, and one change to make it more supportive. Write down your plan and share it in the comments. Let's craft spaces that amplify our quests. Beyond your immediate surroundings, consider the mental environment you cultivate. The thoughts you dwell on shape your reality. Negative self-talk can erode your drive, while affirming thoughts can fuel it. Try this exercise each day for a week. Write down one positive affirmation that supports your dream, such as, "I am capable of creating meaningful change." Speak it aloud, letting it sink in. At the end of the week, reflect on how it shifts your mindset and share one affirmation in the comments. Let's build a mindset that propels us forward. Fear is the first guardian of your voyage. It rises like a tempest when you dare to dream boldly, whispering that you're not ready, that you'll falter, that you'll be exposed. That voice is a universal companion to anyone who reaches for greatness. When faced with an opportunity to step toward a cherished goal, fear can feel like an insurmountable wave, urging retreat. But fear is not a command to halt. It's a signal that you're venturing beyond the familiar into a realm where growth and transformation thrive. Fear tests your commitment, asking how deeply you're willing to fight for your dream. The answer lies in taking action even when your pulse quickens. Let's make this practical. In your notebook, write down one fear that's blocking your path. Is it the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown? Now write one small action to confront it. If sharing your work feels daunting, your action could be posting a single idea online today. If pursuing a new endeavor feels overwhelming, your action could be researching one aspect for 15 minutes. These small steps are like lanterns, illuminating the courage within you. Reflect on a moment when fear loomed large, yet you pressed forward. Perhaps it was speaking up in a challenging setting, heart pounding but determined. Or maybe it was embarking on a new path, uncertain but resolute. The anxiety was real, but so was the triumph that followed. That moment of breaking through, of proving your strength. It's a testament to your resilience. Every encounter with fear expands your capacity to dream bigger, to live braver. Fear often disguises itself as practicality. Thoughts like needing more preparation, more resources, or more certainty can seem like wisdom, but they're often fear's way of keeping you anchored. The truth is, the perfect moment never arrives. The most enduring legacies are forged from imperfect beginnings. A project that thrives today may have started with rough drafts. A life transformed may have begun with a single hesitant step. Progress comes from acting now, not waiting for an ideal future. This week, commit to one action that scares you. It could be as simple as sharing a piece of your work, enrolling in a learning opportunity, or taking the first step on a long-held goal. In the comments, share what you did and how it felt. Let's celebrate every act of courage as a community. That action doesn't need to be grand. It could be drafting a single sentence for a project you've delayed, reaching out to a group aligned with your vision, or practicing a skill for a few minutes. The size of the step matters less than the choice to move. Each action is a declaration that your dream is worth pursuing. Over time, these moments build momentum, turning a distant vision into a tangible reality. Consider how a single habit practiced daily can reshape a trajectory. A few minutes of effort each day, whether creating learning or connecting compounds into mastery, impact, and fulfillment. Let's make this a practice. Choose one small action to repeat daily for the next 7 days. Write it down, noting when and where it will happen. Share it in the comments, and let's check in next week to see how it's unfolding. Fear can also be reframed as a guide. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, view it as a compass pointing you toward what matters most. The presence of fear often signals that you're pursuing something meaningful, something worth the effort. Try this. The next time fear arises, write down what it's trying to protect you from and what it's urging you toward. For example, fear of sharing your work might be protecting you from criticism, but urging you toward connection and impact. Reflect on how this perspective shifts your approach and share one insight in the comments. Let's turn fear into a tool for growth. Fear's shadow is failure, and it carries a weight that can feel crushing. Failure feels like a verdict, a sign that your dream is slipping away, but failure is not the end of your voyage. It's a teacher offering insights that light the path forward. Every stumble reveals a truth. Every setback strengthens your resolve. The most remarkable journeys are marked by failures, each one a stepping stone to something greater. A thriving endeavor today may have risen from early missteps. A skill honed to excellence may have begun with awkward attempts. Failure is not defeat. It's growth in disguise. To embrace failure, shift your perspective. When an effort falls short, resist the urge to see it as a reflection of your worth. Instead, view it as feedback, a guide to your next move. Ask what the moment teaches and how it can inform your path. Then act on that wisdom, wiser and more determined. Let's try an exercise. Think of a recent moment when things didn't go as planned. Perhaps a goal slipped away, or an outcome disappointed. In your notebook, write down one lesson that moment offered, and one action to apply it. Moving forward, if a missed milestone revealed a need for better planning, the action might be creating a daily schedule. If a project didn't resonate, the action might be seeking input to refine it. Failure doesn't diminish you. It proves you're daring to chase your dream. The pain of failure can linger, but it's temporary. Each fall is an opportunity to rise with new clarity, new strength, new purpose. The journey to a dream is not a straight path. It's a winding trail, each turn bringing you closer to your goal. In the comments, share a lesson learned from a setback anonymously. If you prefer, what did it teach you? How did it shape your path? Let's transform failure into a shared badge of courage. Failure also builds a deeper resilience. It teaches you to navigate uncertainty, to adapt to unexpected twists, to trust in your ability to recover. Reflect on a past moment when a plan went awry. Perhaps a lost opportunity or a misstep forced a rethink leading to a better outcome. Or maybe it revealed the power of persistence, proving you could keep going. These moments are not mere obstacles. They're the crucible where your character is forged. Take a moment to explore this. Write down one way a past failure strengthened you, one quality it brought to light. This is your foundation, a reminder that you're built to endure. Failure fosters adaptability. When one approach falters, the ability to pivot, whether by reimagining a strategy or exploring a new angle, keeps the journey alive. Consider how a detour in one pursuit might open doors to unexpected growth in another. Try this exercise. The next time a plan falters, write down one alternative approach to try. It could be a different method, a new perspective, or a fresh starting point. Share it in the comments. Let's embrace adaptability as a cornerstone of progress. Failure can also be a source of creativity. When things don't work as planned, the need to find new solutions sparks innovation. Reflect on a time when a setback led to a creative breakthrough, perhaps a new way of approaching a problem or a fresh idea. Write down one way failure has sparked your creativity and share it in the comments. Let's see failure as a catalyst for invention. Your dream is the flame, but discipline is the fuel that keeps it burning. Motivation is a fleeting surge, like a gust of wind that lifts, then fades. Discipline is the steady current carrying you through fatigue, distraction, and doubt. It's the choice to prioritize your dream over comfort, to act even when the spark wanes. Discipline isn't always glamorous, but it's the backbone of every lasting achievement. Small, consistent efforts, a few minutes of practice, a single step toward a goal, build a momentum that nothing can break. Building discipline begins with simplicity. Choose one small habit that supports your dream, like dedicating 10 minutes a day to honing a skill. Anchor it to a daily routine, such as practicing after a morning ritual. Track each day's effort in a journal, noting the progress that grows over time. Reward milestones, perhaps with a moment of celebration after a month of consistency. Right now, select one habit to start tomorrow. Write it down, specifying when and where it will happen. For example, committing to writing 100 words every evening in a quiet space. Share your habit in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable to these small, mighty steps. Discipline also requires guarding your focus. If your dream demands effort, release habits that sap your energy, like excessive screen time or overextending yourself. One strategy is to act on quick tasks immediately. If it takes less than a minute or two, do it now. Send that message, make that note, take that step. These micro actions create a rhythm of progress, making discipline feel natural. Beyond daily habits, discipline is about aligning your life with your vision. Reflect on your routines. Which ones serve your dream? Which ones hinder it? Consider swapping one unhelpful habit, like an hour of aimless browsing, for a dream. Aligned action, like studying or creating. This shift, practiced consistently, can redirect your entire path. Discipline thrives on clarity. Without a clear sense of your dream, efforts can feel scattered. Revisit your dream regularly, refining it as you evolve. Ask yourself, does this still ignite my passion? Does it align with who I'm becoming? This reflection ensures your discipline is poured into what truly matters. Try this exercise. Write a letter to your future self 1 year from now, describing how your disciplined efforts have advanced your dream. What habits did you build? What obstacles did you overcome? Seal it and set a reminder to read it in a year. Share one sentence from your letter. In the comments, let's inspire each other with our visions. Discipline also benefits from reflection. At the end of each week, take a moment to review your efforts. what worked, what didn't. Adjust your approach as needed, treating discipline as a living practice that evolves with you. Write down one insight from your week and one tweak to make moving forward. Share it in the comments. Let's grow wiser together. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. There will be days when you falter, when distractions win or energy wanes. That's not failure, it's human. The key is to return to your habit, to choose action again. Try this. If you miss a day of your chosen habit, write down one kind thing you'd say to yourself to get back on track. Share it in the comments. Let's cultivate a practice of self-compassion. No voyage is undertaken alone. A dream thrives in the presence of others, those who inspire, challenge, and uplift. A supportive community can transform a fragile hope into an unstoppable force. Reflect on the connections in your life. Do they spark growth or dim your light? Seek out those who share your hunger for more, who celebrate your progress and offer wisdom when you stumble. Whether it's a group united by a shared passion or a single voice that sees your potential, these bonds are the scaffolding of your dream. Building a community begins with outreach. Explore spaces where dreamers gather, online platforms, local events, or learning environments. Offer your encouragement as freely as you seek it, creating a cycle of support. This week, connect with one person who can support your dream. It could be someone in your circle or a new contact in a relevant field. Send a message expressing your goal and asking for a small piece of guidance. The response might open unexpected doors. Community is a mutual exchange. When you lift another's spirit, you strengthen your own. In the comments, share a word of encouragement for someone pursuing their dream. Let's create a space where every dreamer feels empowered. Community also offers perspective. When you're immersed in your journey, it's easy to lose sight of progress. Others can reflect your growth back to you, reminding you how far you've come. They can also challenge you to aim higher, pushing you beyond what you thought possible. Consider how a conversation with someone who shares your passion might spark a new idea or rekindle your motivation. Make it a habit to seek these interactions, even briefly. A quick exchange, a shared insight can be a catalyst. Try this over the next month. Aim to have one meaningful conversation each week with someone who inspires you. Write down one takeaway from each talk and how it shapes your path. Share one insight in the comments. Let's learn from each other's connections. Community extends beyond inspiration. It's a source of accountability. Sharing your goals with others creates a sense of commitment, urging you to follow through. Try this. Share one short-term goal with someone in your circle this week. Write down how their response motivates you and share it in the comments. Let's build a web of accountability that strengthens us all. Community also fosters collaboration. When dreamers unite, their combined efforts can amplify impact. Consider how partnering with others might accelerate your progress. Whether through shared resources, ideas, or encouragement. Try this. Identify one way you could collaborate with someone on a small aspect of your dream. Write down your idea and share it in the comments. Let's explore the power of collective action. Time is your most precious resource. You can't stretch it or reclaim it once it's gone. Every moment is a choice toward your dream or away from it. You hold the power to make it count. Begin by examining your day, how much time slips into distractions, mindless habits, overthinking, or tasks that don't serve your vision. Now imagine redirecting just 1 hour daily to your dream. That's hundreds of hours a year, enough to master a craft, build a project, or reshape your future. Small choices yield monumental rewards. One way to harness time is to work in focused intervals, like 20 minutes of deep effort, followed by a brief pause, repeating a few times before a longer rest. This rhythm sharpens focus and prevents burnout. Another approach is to prioritize tasks with the greatest impact, those that advance your dream, like practicing a skill or nurturing key connections. A journey from a modest start to a thriving outcome often begins with carving out that 1 hour, using it to create, learn, or connect. For 1 week, track your time in half-hour increments. Log each activity in a notebook or app. At the end, highlight time spent on your dream versus distractions. Then commit to redirecting 1 hour daily to a dream-aligned task. Share your plan in the comments. Let's make these hours matter together. Time management also demands boundaries. If your dream requires focus, say no to commitments that dilute it. It's not about isolation, it's about stewardship. Another strategy is to dedicate specific hours to your dream tasks, like an early morning block for creative work. Treat these hours as non-negotiable, guarding them against interruptions beyond daily choices. Consider your long-term time horizon. Where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years? Map out milestones to guide your efforts. For example, if your dream is to create a body of work, set a goal to complete a certain number of pieces by a specific date. Break it into monthly targets, then weekly actions. This clarity turns time into a tool, not a thief. Try this. Write down 1 milestone you want to reach in 6 months. Then list 3 actions to take this month to move toward it. Share 1 action in the comments. Let's keep each other on track. Time is also about balance. Pursuing a dream doesn't mean neglecting other areas of life. Reflect on how your dream integrates with your well-being, relationships, and responsibilities. Allocate time for rest, connection, and joy. These fuel your endurance. Try this. Create a weekly schedule that includes time for your dream, self-care, and others. Write down 1 way this balance supports your journey and share it in the comments. Let's craft lives that sustain our dreams. Time management benefits from periodic reassessment. Life changes, and so do priorities. Every few months, review your time allocation. Are you investing in what matters most? Adjust as needed to stay aligned with your dream. Try this. At the end of this month, write down 1 way your time use has supported your dream and 1 area to improve. Share it in the comments. Let's evolve together. Confidence is the wind in your sails. You don't need perfection to be confident. You need trust in your ability to grow. Doubt is a universal companion whispering that you're not ready or not enough. The difference lies in acting despite it. Confidence isn't born from flawless execution, but from the courage to try, stumble, and improve. Early efforts in any pursuit, whether creative, professional, or personal, are often imperfect, yet each attempt builds belief in what's possible. One way to nurture confidence is to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each day, write down one thing done well, a task completed, a moment of bravery, a kind act. Over time, this collection becomes a testament to your strength. When doubt strikes, revisit it and see the evidence of your growth. Let's try an exercise. Stand up, face a mirror, and say, "I am capable, I am growing, I am unstoppable." Say it 3 times with conviction. It may feel strange, but it's powerful. The words you speak shape the mind that hears them. Choose words that empower. Confidence also grows through preparation. When facing a challenge like presenting an idea or pursuing a goal, invest time in practice. Rehearse, refine, anticipate obstacles. Preparation transforms uncertainty into readiness. Beyond practice, confidence thrives on self-compassion. Mistakes are inevitable, but they're not failures, they're lessons. When you stumble, speak to yourself with kindness as you would a friend. This gentleness fosters the courage to try again. Try this. The next time you face a setback, write down one kind thing you'd say to yourself to keep going. Share it in the comments. Let's build a culture of self-compassion. Confidence is also fueled by progress over perfection. Instead of aiming for flawless outcomes, focus on consistent effort. Each step forward, however small, reinforces your belief in your path. Try this. At the end of each day, write down one small win that moved you closer to your dream. Share one win in the comments. Let's celebrate every step. Confidence grows through feedback. Seeking constructive input from others can refine your efforts and affirm your strengths. Try this. Share a small piece of your work with someone this week and ask for one piece of feedback. Write down how it helps you grow and share it in the comments. Let's use feedback as a tool for confidence. Chasing a dream can narrow your focus to what's lacking. More time, more skills, more certainty. Gratitude widens your lens, revealing the abundance already present. It's not just a soft sentiment, it's a force that reshapes perspective. Evidence suggests gratitude fosters joy, eases stress, and strengthens resilience. It's a cornerstone of thriving. Start each day by noting 3 things that spark gratitude. They could be profound, like a sense of purpose, or simple, like a moment of calm. Over time, challenges begin to feel like opportunities, not barriers. Right now, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Perhaps it's the chance to dream, the strength to try, or a small joy in your day. Then in the comments, share one. Let's weave a tapestry of gratitude in this community. Gratitude also serves as a lifeline in turbulent times. When faced with loss or setbacks, finding one point of light, a new possibility, a moment of connection can keep the spirit steady. Those moments, however small, are anchors. Try this. For one weekend each day by writing down one thing that brought hope, no matter how small. Reflect on how it shifts your perspective and share one moment in the comments. Gratitude extends beyond the self. Expressing it to others through a kind word, a note, or a gesture deepens connections and amplifies positivity. Consider how a simple thank you can brighten someone's day, creating a ripple effect. Make it a practice to share gratitude weekly, whether with a colleague, a friend, or a stranger. Write down one person you'll thank this week and what you'll say. Share your plan in the comments. Let's spread light together. Gratitude also fosters resilience. By focusing on what's present, you build a reservoir of strength to draw from in tough times. Try this. Create a gratitude jar. Each day, write one thing you're grateful for on a slip of paper and add it to the jar. At the end of a month, read them and reflect on the abundance in your life. Share one entry in the comments. Let's fill our lives with gratitude. Gratitude can also inspire action. When you appreciate what you have, you're more likely to invest in what matters. Try this. Write down one-way gratitude for your current resources. Time, skills, opportunities motivates you to pursue your dream. Share it in the comments. Let's let gratitude fuel our journeys. The path to your dream is a winding voyage marked by trials, doubts, and unexpected turns. Resilience is the art of navigating that voyage, rising not just to endure but to flourish. It's not about avoiding struggle but embracing it as a catalyst for growth. A dream realized often emerges from seasons of challenge, each one forging strength and clarity. Resilience is built by reframing setbacks as lessons, caring for your well-being through rest and movement, and drawing on the support of those who share your path. Reflect on a past challenge. What strength did it reveal? Write down one way it shaped you for the better. That's your resilience at work, a reminder that you're built to overcome. Resilience also thrives on adaptability. When plans falter, the ability to pivot, whether by rethinking a strategy or exploring a new angle, keeps you moving forward. Consider how a detour in one pursuit might open doors to unexpected growth in another. Try this. The next time a plan goes awry, write down one alternative approach to try. Share it in the comments. Let's embrace adaptability as a strength. Resilience is not a solo endeavor. Leaning on others, whether through shared experiences or a listening ear, lightens the load. Make it a practice to seek support when needed and offer it in return. This reciprocity builds a web of strength that sustains everyone. Try this. Reach out to someone this week to share a challenge or a win. Write down one insight from the exchange and how it helps your journey. Share it in the comments. Let's grow stronger together. Resilience also grows through self-care. Your dream requires energy, and that energy comes from nurturing your body, mind, and spirit. Prioritize rest, movement, and moments of joy. They're not luxuries, they're necessities. Try this. Create a weekly self-care plan that includes one activity for your body, like a walk, one for your mind, like journaling, and one for your spirit, like meditation. Write down how it fuels your resilience and share it in the comments. Let's thrive together. Resilience is also about perspective. Challenges are temporary, but the growth they spark is lasting. Try this. When facing a setback, write down one way it could lead to growth in the long term. Share it in the comments. Let's see challenges as opportunities. This voyage has woven together dreams, fear, failure, discipline, community time, confidence, gratitude, and resilience. Yet it all rests on one truth. Action is the spark that brings it to life. Today is your beginning. You don't need to conquer the world, just take one step. Choose one idea from this speech and act on it within 24 hours. Write your dream, confront a fear, start a habit, reach out, or practice gratitude. Then in the comments, share what you did. Let's be a community that moves as one. Your journey will test you. There will be shadows, stumbles, and moments of uncertainty. But every choice to rise shapes a destiny of meaning. You are not your doubts. You are not your setbacks. You are a creator, a visionary, a force of infinite potential. Thank you for being here, for choosing growth, and for joining this circle of dreamers. If this speech ignited something in you, share it with someone who needs a spark. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's keep this voyage alive. In the comments, tell me what's your dream and what's one step you're taking today. Your timeless destiny awaits. Go ignite it.